Hello, everyone. Welcome to Therapy Clips with Dr. O. Today, our focus will be on positive affirmations. These are the type of statements that you make to yourself so that you can feel good and you can think healthy. So, if you're in my therapy group, you've already been exposed to positive affirmations. However, you've never been exposed to a positive affirmation activity. And that is what this is all about. So let's focus on our activity by completing these 4 statements. Now, of course, you need your journal book. And if you're not in my group, a notebook or a sheet of paper will do. We want you to work along with us because everyone can benefit from positive thinking. And that positive thinking comes from repeating positive affirmations to yourself on a daily basis. So, I want to give you just a brief definition of positive affirmations so that we are all on the same page. Positive affirmations are thoughts or words we say to trick our brains into being more positive and to make us feel better. Now, we're going to get into the 4 statements, and I want everyone to work so that you can keep your mind healthy. And if your mind is healthy, so will your actions be healthy. Now, first statement. When feeling anxious, we could. Now, on your sheet of paper or your journal book, I want you to complete that statement. When feeling anxious, we could. So I am going to complete the statement now. When feeling anxious, we can go into deep breathing. When feeling anxious, we can engage in progressive muscle relaxation. Okay, so I think that you understand what I'm talking about. It could be anything that's related to anxiety that makes you feel good and able to get through any episode of anxiety that you may experience. Our next statement. Feel the fear and do it anyway. Feel the fear and do it anyway. So in your journal book, you would think of ways you could really address anything you're fearful of so that you could do it anyway. So the example is speech anxiety. Most people are fearful when they face a situation of talking in front of other people, especially for the first time that you do it. So if there's some type of audience, you can expect that you're going to feel some anxiety that's related to a touch of fear. But do you give up? No, you do it anyway. Because the more that you are exposed to situations of this nature, you will become more comfortable. So, back to our statement. Feel the fear and do it anyway. In your journal book, write down one thing that you're fearful about. So it could be speech anxiety. It could be something like dancing in front of other people. Just 2 examples. You have your own. Write it in your journal book. And then, when the opportunity emerges, experiment with it. So, you go to church, Speak in front of your church members. You're comfortable with these individuals. You go to school. Speak in front of your classmates. You are comfortable with these individuals. So, feel the fear and do it anyway. Our third statement, remember that this shall pass. Remember that this shall pass, or this will pass. There are situations that we all face as human beings. No one is immune. That means at some point or another, someone else is going to go through a situation like we have gone through, or that we're familiar with by listening to what people tell us. But you handle the situation or the crises by saying, this will pass. And you put your mind in that reference place of this passing. And as time go on, it will pass. So the statement that's a positive affirmation when going through anything that is similar to a crisis is, this will pass. So write in your journal book a situation that you have gone through already. And then write, what did you do about it? And answer the question, did the situation pass? Or is the situation still in existence? Remember to say to yourself, this shall pass. This will pass. Now, the final statement is, this is just my fight or flight response. It means my body is working. So taking you back to anxiety. When an individual is in a situation that promotes anxiety, the body goes through physiological changes, like a little shaking, a little sweating. So this is what we call the fight or flight response. May feel a little queasiness in the stomach, okay? But remember, it is your body responding. This is your body working. So in your journal book, think of a situation that you've been through that promoted anxiety for you. Then I want you to write ways that you can manage your anxiety if ever in a situation like that again. So we just went through our 4 statements, and now I want to tell you something that's important so that you can recognize that this is life and these things happen in life. Here's what I want to tell you. Be careful how you are talking to yourself, because you are listening. Be careful how you are talking to yourself, because you are listening. And if you want to keep it positive, think positive. If you don't practice this, eventually something negative will creep into your thinking. And so will these behaviors emerge. When you think positive, then you feel positive. You act positive. When you think negative, you feel negative. You act negatively. So, let's go over a few more positive affirmations for practice purpose. All right, I am ready. Here are some mental health affirmations. I am capable of handling anything. I am enough. I am worthy of love. I deserve love and happiness. Every day is a new day. I am kind to myself. I can overcome obstacles. I forgive myself. All problems have solutions. Depression is not my defining characteristics. Healing is possible for me. How I feel matters. I am balanced. I am in control. I am safe at this moment. I am strong. I can overcome my fears. I choose to think positively. I give myself permission to struggle. I love and appreciate myself. I maintain healthy relationships. I trust myself. I will get through today. And finally, my well-being is a priority. Now, in front of you, what you see are cards. These cards are your thinking cards. And of course, you can respond in your journal book to what is on the cards. Here is the first question. Why do you think it is important to be calm? The next statement is, describe the last time when you felt really at peace. And the final question is, why do you think it is important to be aware of our thoughts and our feelings? This is Dr. O coming to you with another therapy clip in hopes that it will enhance the quality of your thinking, your feelings, and your behaviors. Because guess what? Each and every one of us should be the recipient of good feelings, good thinking, and good behaviors so that we can have a good life. Stay blessed, everyone, and I can't wait to speak to you again. Have a good day.